If you're on the lookout for a great new show to help teach you about business, check out The Hustle Daily Show, brought to you by the HubSpot Podcast Network, the audio destination for business builders. The Hustle Daily Show is your daily dose of business, tech, news, and original stories to keep you in the loop on what's trending in business. Just like here, it's a daily podcast on which their team of writers break down the biggest business headlines in 10 minutes or less and explain why you should care about them. They'll also do deep dives on topics like a man who won the lottery 14 times and why it's nearly impossible to buy an original Bob Ross painting. I checked out a few episodes of The Hustle Daily Show, and to me, it was quick, educational, and feels like the perfect show to pair with OWD. So search for The Hustle Daily Show in your favorite podcast app, like the one you're using right now. You'll be glad you did. This is Optimal Work Daily, episode 1192. Why You Need to Go Back to Trusting Your Instincts and Start Having Fun, by Margo Aaron of thatseemsimportant.com. And hey, I'm Dan, your host, and welcome back to Optimal Work Daily, or welcome for the first time if you are just discovering our show. And on this Friday edition, I've got another post for you from one of our regular contributors, Margo Aaron. So with that, let's get to it and start optimizing your life. Why You Need to Go Back to Trusting Your Instincts and Start Having Fun, by Margo Aaron of thatseemsimportant.com. One of the most destructive things no one talks about is when you stop trusting your instincts. It happens at different times for each of us, but it's always the same shift. You go from, this is fun, to, there are consequences. For a lot of us, school is the culprit behind this shift. That's when you learn there are consequences for being average. If you're average, you can't get into a good college. If you can't get into a good college, you can't get a good, meaning well-paying, respectable job. After that, the avalanche of consequences spiral out of control, and you wake up in jail for the rest of your life. Or so they say. The belief that there is someone holding a rubric with all the answers, and you're being graded on whether you meet them, is why it stops being fun and starts being frightening. It's not surprising that there's now an eruption of mental health issues stemming from this belief. This is where internalized shame comes from. It's also where anxiety, panic, depression, substance abuse, misdiagnosis of ADHD, and eating disorders often start. Because at the root of it all, you have the invisible script that who you are isn't good enough. If you're not perfect, according to that arbitrary rubric, there's something wrong with you. It's no wonder that the most successful business owners were terrible at school. And there's an excellent chapter on this in The Millionaire Mind. Not because they weren't smart. On the contrary, they were having fun, honing their skills in other things, following their curiosity, learning about markets and pricing, and playing around, discovering that the rules are malleable. The rules are malleable. To be good at business and to be good at life is to know that you're going to be wrong a lot, and that that's just fine. You brush yourself off, get up, and try something different. In business, you get to play. For example, that positioning didn't work. Let's try this. This pricing didn't work. Let's try this. Leading with that appeal didn't work. Let's try this. Selling to this market isn't working. Let's try that one. The moment you begin to believe there's a rubric for how to do this is the moment you lose. When entrepreneurs call me stuck on their positioning or their marketing strategy, it's always the same problem in different words. They've forgotten that the rules are malleable. They read a book or took a course or trusted a thought leader to tell them how this works. They stopped trusting their instincts and they stopped having fun. The reason we look to others for our answers is because that's what we were trained to do. We like having a roadmap. It's how we were taught. We've been indoctrinated in a system that told us not to act until you've studied this, memorized it. Follow the rules. Comply, follow, behave, fit in. Listen, I'm not calling for anarchy here, but you can't outsource the hard work of thinking for yourself when it comes to your business or your life. It's like asking your friends whether you should marry the guy you're dating. If you have to ask, the answer is no. A girlfriend of mine runs a company that's now in 10 markets. This week she admitted she, quote, should be doing affiliate partnerships and all that, but I don't really want to, end quote. I don't really want to is justification enough when it's your company, as long as you're willing to own the consequences, which could very well be positive, like they were in my case. In my case, it was lead magnets. I've made some extraordinary lead magnets in my day. I know they work. I've seen the numbers. I get why they're the industry standard, and I recommend others use them. But every time I put them on my website, they tank. I test and I test and I test. Is it my copy, the offer, placement of the opt-in, the type of pop-up? Then I take a step back and ask, why do you have a lead magnet? The answer is because I'm supposed to. And whenever that's the answer, you know something is wrong. The correct answer is and always will be because this is what my market wants. My personal preference, despite the data, is that I hate lead magnets. When I go to someone's site and I like them, I just want to hear more from them. I don't want their guide and I don't want to take their stupid 30-day challenge. I have an entire folder of PDFs I've never read, 8 years worth, and fee checklists. Beautifully designed. Why are they always beautifully designed? That aren't worth the space they take up on my computer. So I said, screw it. I scrapped my lead magnets, which were converting at 0% to 0.79%, and put up the one I have now. Conversion shot up to 5.15%. Still not outstanding, but a far cry from 0.79%. Why? Because at a certain point, you have to trust yourself, trust you know your market, and start having some freaking fun again. Play with the rules. The point of knowing them is to make them your own. Apply them to your specific circumstance. Your market, your product, your brand is not in the book. It's not in the course. No one has the answers you're looking for. The answers you're looking for are in the application, not the memorization. Apply these rules to your business in a way that works for you. And if it's not working, change it. You just listened to the post titled, Why You Need to Go Back to Trusting Your Instincts and Start Having Fun by Margo Aaron of thatseemsimportant.com.
You want consistency and quality, but you also want variety and freshness. If you run a business, you want it all. With nuts.com, you can get so many different delicious snacks and ingredients and know that they will consistently exceed your expectations. Nuts.com is your one-stop shop for the highest quality foods for business. They offer delicious office snacks, corporate gifts, and wholesale ingredients. And over 50,000 companies choose nuts.com for their business needs, from offices to hotels to restaurants and retail stores. And we've even loved their product as remote workers. Nuts.com has sent us plenty of snacks that keep us energized and focused so we can deliver the best work that we can. Nuts.com makes ordering for your business quick and easy. Right now, Nuts.com is offering new business customers a free gift with purchase and free shipping on orders of $125 or more at nuts.com/OWD. So go check out all the delicious options at nuts.com/OWD. You'll get that free gift and free shipping when you spend $125 or more. That's nuts.com/OWD. Your business is buried in manual work, taking forever to close the books. If this is you, consider 3 numbers: 37,000, 25, 1. 37,000. That's the number of businesses which have upgraded to NetSuite by Oracle. 25. NetSuite turns 25 this year. That's 25 years of helping businesses do more with less, close their books in days, not weeks, and drive down costs. And 1, because your business is one of a kind. So you get a customized solution for all of your KPIs in one efficient system with one source of truth. Manage risk, get reliable forecasts, and improve margins. NetSuite is giving you the power of having all your information in one place, helping you to make better, more driven decisions as a business owner. Everything you need to grow all in one place. And you really can't put a price on the power and efficiency that comes with having all of your processes streamlined like this. This is truly an unprecedented offer. Right now, download NetSuite's popular KPI checklist, designed to give you consistently excellent performance absolutely free at netsuite.com/startup. That's netsuite.com/startup to get your own KPI checklist. netsuite.com/startup. And a big thanks to Margo for letting us share her post today. In her quest to answer the question, how do you get people to care, and not finding the answers in her job, Margo set about learning all she could about persuasion, influence, direct response, copywriting, branding, and more, and eventually started her own business. But while she was making money, she still wasn't getting people to care. So she started writing about her experiences and eventually gained quite a following. Today, Margo is the co-host of the popular internet talk show Hillary and Margo Yell at Websites, and her website, That Seems Important, was named one of the top 100 websites for writers. So come check it out. You can find it at thatseemsimportant.com, and I have that linked in this episode's description. But that's going to do it for another edition of Optimal Work Daily. I appreciate you being here and listening all the way through, as always, and I'll see you back here tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.